Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to say that I don't believe Canelo is undisputed. He's not undisputed yet. He needs to. I mean, officially, yes, is undisputed. He has all the belts, all the 168-pound belts. But by definition, he's not undisputed. He needs to fight this guy right here. And I think this is no surprise for a lot of people here that he needs to fight this guy right here, David Benavidez. Again, officially, yes, he's undisputed. He has all the belts. So yeah, by paper, yeah, he's undisputed. But this guy right here is, excuse me, he is undefeated, and he's making a lot of noise in the boxing world. He's fighting under the same promotional banner, maybe kind of network, with PBC that Canelo is currently fighting. So, I mean, Canelo knows about this guy. I'm more than sure that Canelo knows about this dude right here. And I'm sure they've asked him in interviews about him, and he just doesn't seem to be really interested in fighting this guy right here. And if you put Canelo out of the equation, this guy would be the best 168 pounder. So why is Canelo not fighting this guy? I mean, what would that make Canelo if he's not fighting the top dude out there aside from him? What does that make him? That makes him a paper champ. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's what paper champ means because I understand that being a paper champ, you've been given the title or something like that, but I think I don't know. In my own definition, he's a paper champ because by definition he's not undisputed. He hasn't cleared the 168-pound division. He hasn't fought the top guy there, the guy that he needs to fight. It seems that Canelo just wanted to just get all the titles, and that was his goal, to get all the titles, fighting whoever he's gonna fight, and that's that. I don't see that. I don't see something truthful there. I don't see something that's very legit, something that's very authentic in that type of thinking. Uh, if you truly want to be great at something, if he truly wanted to be great at that division, he should fight every one of these top fighters. Every one of these guys, especially David Benavidez. I mean, no, I don't expect Canelo to fight like the top 10 168 pounders, but at least if you're going to consider yourself undisputed, you have to fight the top four or the top five. You fought like the top two or three or something like that. You're still missing this guy out of the equation. This guy right here is the real deal. Now, if you ask me, who would I choose between this guy and Canelo to win the fight? I mean, I would root for this guy, because this guy seems he's really cool and humble and legit. But who would I place my money on? I would place it on Canelo. I would. I do believe that Canelo could beat this guy. But nonetheless, this guy is the guy to beat at 168. And if you haven't beaten, then you're not undisputed. By definition, you're not undisputed. Let's look up on this again. In paper, he's undisputed. Undisputed definition. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that there's no dispute. If you're undisputed, there's no dispute that you're the cream of the crop or the top guy. But if there's this guy that's fighting around you, around your same bubble, uh, being promoted by the same promotional banner you just fought, your last fight, a guy that's so out there, and he's rising up as in the sport. He's undefeated. He beat one of the Durrell brothers in a very good fashion. If you're not fighting this guy, if you haven't beat this guy, then you're not undisputed. Okay. So, anyways, not disputed or called in question, accepted. Um, let's see. Yeah, because again, I don't know. Let's click right here. I mean, I want to get down to the actual, you know, to the definition of the word. So really, it just says here, not challenged or questioned, accepted, of undisputed importance. I'm trying to see here. There's something else that it says that's not very clear there, but again, we know that the word dispute means that something that's arguable, and undisputed is it basically means that something is not arguable. That he's arguably the best, the best 168 pounder. But if there's an uh, undefeated top tier fighter in your division, and you're not fighting him simply because he doesn't have the belt, then that doesn't make you legit. That doesn't mean that you truly wanted to be undisputed. And by definition, you're not undisputed. Let me see here. Yeah, it says here on this one, not disputed, so obviously, or doubted. Um, I don't know. I'm just gonna click on this if on this one here, and if it doesn't answer my question, it just says not challenged or questioned. I mean, and so yeah. Anyways, the he's not undisputed because there's always going to be the Benavides talk. But what about the Benavides? He's undefeated. He's a bad boy, in the 168 weight division. I mean, how can you jump from having how I mean you have this guy to deal with, and all of a sudden you pull this rabbit off your trick hat that you're gonna fight this, you're gonna move up and fight this unknown champion at cruiserweight. Like, where did that come from? I don't understand. After Canelo beat Plant, a lot of people, generally everyone in the boxing world, was thinking that, well, I mean, who's he gonna fight next? Uh, well, it's pretty obvious that he's gonna fight Benavides. He's the next in line, and he's aside from Canelo, he's the best. No disrespects to Caleb Plant, but a lot of people think that Benavides is even better than Caleb Plant, and Caleb Plant was the one that was holding one of the belts. Um, Hell, Benavides was holding the WBC belt, which he lost because of some bullshit drug testing thing that, so, like, he had something in the system, but it wasn't PEDs. It was a recreational drug, but it wasn't something that would help him, you know, through the sport. Uh, so in my eyes, Dave Benavides is a champion, and I think through a lot of people's eyes, he's a champion. Um, but yes, Canelo is gonna fight this guy right here. Okay, Canelo. Let's put cruiserweight as a keyword. So yeah, Saul Canelo petitions for a WBC fight. I keep messing that up. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, he's fighting this guy right here, Ilunga Makabu. And no disrespects against this boxer here, but nobody knows him. Nobody really knows anyone. I don't think there's a lot of good boxers there, or at least not known boxers at cruiserweight. There was his name, of course, the one that just beat Anthony Joshua. Um, Alexander Usyk, which was, yeah, he was like top. He was the top, or the best cruiserweight out there. But this guy right here, yes, he's a champion, and yes, he has a WBC belt. But rumor is that he's not. He's not. He's like the weakest of the champions. So I mean, okay, so Canelo is he collected all the belts at 168, but did not fight all the top tier. And there's still one more there that's arguably the. Actually, I won't even say arguably. That aside from him, he's the best 168 pounder. He's not fighting him. Uh, so I mean, he just won the belts, but he's not fighting the best, in that division. And then he's going after the weakest champ here on in cruiserweight division. So what does that tell you about Canelo? That he's not legit. He's truly not. He wants to be on paper. He wants to form this sort of legacy where he's great. He's all this and that, and he is. He is a great boxer, but he's not undisputed at 168. And this five division thing that he's trying to aim for, aiming against a guy that nobody really knows. I mean, if you really want to make a bold statement, then go after against the top dude, and none of this catchweight crap, please. None of this catchweight, none of these weight stipulations or anything. I mean, you really want to be great, you got to show us. You gotta do something that's not just gonna make you look good on paper, but it's gonna make you look good in the eyes of a lot of people, of everyone in general. So, anyways, that's pretty much it I had for today. I just really wanted to point this out. I haven't really looked into this guy, but again, rumors are that he's not really. He's like the weakest of the champions, and I don't want to waste too much time right now, but let me just do a quick top cruiserweight boxers of 2021, just to show you where this guy is at. So his name is Lunga Makabu, and if we look at the top cruiserweight boxers right now, we have. Oh man, I wish they could show pictures, but maybe through here. Okay, yeah. So here we go. Okay, so I guess. Oh, okay. It's to my surprise. Boxrec has this guy in rank number 2. Um, the WBC has. Let me see. Okay, okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, yeah. The WBC has him in number 1. Boxrec does have him here in number 2. But there's this guy right here that I've been kind of hearing about, Maris Brady's or something. Let's look him up. I had seen another list where he was like number 4 or something like that. Well, even here, right here, top 10 cruiserweight boxers. I mean, again, I don't want to waste any more time on this, but okay, so he's okay. You know what? He's number 3. Okay, he's number 3. Um, yeah. So there you have it. He's number 3, right there. But why not fight? If you really want to make a statement, why not fight this guy, or maybe even this guy? And no way stipulations, Canelo. I mean, please. Anyways, peace out, everyone. I'll catch y'all next time, and please like and subscribe if you like. Uh, yeah, peace out. Let's turn this up, and that's a wrap.